So for the first question, we have to generate test data. Our first column is ID, and to populate it, we are going to use sequence function. Since we want to populate 10,000 rows, we are going to write is equals to sequence 10,000, and the 10,000 rows are now populated. For the next column, we have to populate random dates between 1st January 2020 and current date. So we are going to write random between date. Our first parameter will be 2020 1 and for the second parameter we are going to write today function, and we get our random dates. Let's copy this formula down and we get our dates as well. For the third column, we are going to use concat and random between function. So we will write concat product space. For the second parameter, we are going to write random between 1 comma 10, and we get our product name as well. Let's copy our cells down and the entire list is ready. For the region column, we are going to use choose and random between. We will write choose random between 1 comma 4. Then we will write north, south, east, west, and let's copy this formula down. Now our region column is also populated. For quantity and price, we are going to use random array function. Since we want to populate 10,000 rows, we will write 10,000. We want to populate 2 columns, so we will write 2. We want the starting value to be 1, so we will write 1. And we want the maximum value to be 20, so we will write 20. And we want integer. Now our test data is completely ready. Let's copy and paste this data as values so that these values do not change. For the next question, we have to create a unique list of product and region. For that, we are going to use the unique function. This will be our range. And now we get the unique list of product and region. In order to calculate sales, we can use our sum product function. For the first parameter, we are going to compare our product to with our product column, and we need to make sure that this comparison is separated in brackets. So let's apply the brackets. Now we need to make sure that our region is filtered correctly. So we are going to select a region column and we will compare it against the value of this cell, and we will enclose this condition also in brackets. Since we want to check both the conditions, we are going to add multiply, which also signifies and now we are going to multiply it with the quantity column and the price column, and we get our sum product or sum of sales for the product 2 in the north region. Let's copy this formula down and you will notice that the range is changing slightly. We need to make sure that our range remains fixed, so we are going to make it absolute. Let's do that, and we will do it at the top cell. You need to be very clear on when to make your formula absolute, relative, or mixed. If you have not watched my video on that, please go ahead and watch it. That is a very important concept and you should be very clear on that. Now when we are changing our formula, our ranges are not changing and we are getting the correct values. We could have solved this using SUMIF as well. For that, we will have to calculate an additional column sales by multiplying quantity and price. Let's do that. So now our sales column is ready. Now we have to implement the SUMIFS formula. So we will write SUMIFS. This sales column will be our sum range. Our first criteria range will be product name. Let's make it absolute. The criteria will be product 2. The second criteria range will be region. Let's make it absolute as well. And the criteria will be north. And now we get the correct sum of sales for product 2 in the north region. Let's copy our formula down and we get the exact same values. So as I've mentioned at the starting of the course, there are n number of ways to solve the same problem. As long as you are getting the correct answer and performance is not an issue, you are good. For the next one, we want to filter our data. Since we want to return all the columns, we will select the entire range as our first parameter. Now we want to include records where our product is product 5. So we will select our product column and we will compare it with the product 5. Also, we only want to display records that are from the west region. So we will enclose our product condition in brackets. Since we want AND operator, we will write star and we will check if region is equals to west. We will also enclose this into brackets. And finally, we will check if year is equal to 2020. For that, we will use year function. Let's separate this with brackets as well. And we get the records of west region for product 5 from the year 2020. Now we need to highlight the top products on the basis of our selection. For that, first we will create a unique list of products using the unique function, and now we will calculate the corresponding sales for these products using the SUMIF function. So we will write SUMIF. This will be our criteria range, and now instead of copying this formula multiple times, we will use the hash function, so that we just have to write the formula once and we will select our sales as the sum range. Now our unique product list and the corresponding sums are ready. We just need to make it dynamic, and for that we will use filter and large functions. Since we want to return both the columns, we will select both of them, and now we only want to include values that are greater than or equal to the top 3 values. In this case we are saying top 3 because the cell value here is 3 for now. We have used large function for this question. If you have not watched my video on filter and large, please do watch them as well. And now our list is dynamic. If we change the cell values to 4, the data is changing accordingly. The final one is very straightforward. First, we have to create a unique list for our states. Let's do it, and we will sort it as well. Now that our list is ready, we need to ensure only values from this list are allowed in our first drop down. So we will go to data validation and we will select list, this cell, and we will add hash, and now our first drop down list is ready. For the next drop down list or our districts, we need to make sure they change on the basis of our state selection, or this dataset gets filtered on the basis of our state selection. So we will write filter. We want to return the districts. That will be our first parameter. And we only want to return districts that match our selected state, which will form our second parameter. Let's sort our result and we will make it unique to remove the duplicate values. And now our second list is also ready. We will implement data validation again, list, and we will select the value of this cell now. Let's add hash so that it picks the entire range, and we are good. For the third one, we will repeat the same, but now we will implement our filter on the basis of our district drop down value. We want to return city town, so we will select that as our first parameter, and our criteria will check if district is equal to the value from this cell. And now our third list is also ready. We can again use data validation and we will get what we are looking for. I hope you were able to solve all these questions on your own. If you still have any doubts, please let me know and I will try to provide a solution for them.